in the children's song, a popular one in schools throughout the country, a prayer for King Faisal.
Ever since when I was a kid, I used to be the teacher in the group. I used to teach my dolls. I like to teach, and because simply when I teach, I learn. This is the way I learn. Even when I was a student, I gather the girls and I start explaining things to them. I learned by practice and I learned by teaching. So I think I love teaching ever since I was a kid. But knowing that, all right, I haven't thought that I would be an instructor or a teacher.
The problem of recognizing your career or your vocation in life is a very common problem. It's not specific to Saudi students. Students finding out what they need to do or they like to do or their careers, it's a tough choice. I don't know, it just happens. Lots of people end up in their vocation by accident.
My father standing next to me, he said, you know, what do you say? What do you think if a desert girl comes and studies in Georgetown? Is that impossible? And Stuart says, no, of course not. It's not impossible. In fact, here is an application, and he pulls out an application, and my father says, well, you know what, give us 2 copies. You know, maybe the desert girl will make a mistake. And of course he was being very sarcastic, and so I filled it out, and I didn't need the other copy. I sent it. Surprisingly, by March we got the letter of acceptance, and I remember looking at it and taking it downstairs to my parents and saying, I got in, now what?
It's not easy to be a Saudi woman.
Saudi Arabia, barbaric country, won't allow women to even drive an automobile.
قلت إن رقاً يمارس على المرأة السعودية. هل هذا الوصف دقيق؟
هذا أقل الاعتبار.
Women in Saudi Arabia are not allowed to go outside their houses alone.
Obviously, again, it's a patriarchal society. Males dominate, and a lot of videos where the men walk in front and the women walk behind them.
You can't inherit anything.
I know.
You're powerless, okay? You can't go out to work because you don't have a male guardian. You can't inherit anything.
A lot of the major cities in Saudi Arabia are set up like New York City, where many people don't even have cars. It's a pedestrian city. Women believe that it's an upper class thing to be driven around, and to them it would be, not probably degrading or something to drive themselves around.
Saudi Arabia, one giant prison for women.
I've always been happy with the female students I've worked with at KSU and in other places, and I'm actually very much impressed with what they've done for themselves in the circumstances they found themselves.
It's not easy to be a Saudi woman. It's really challenging and it's really difficult. So if you are determined, if you set your mind to achieve and not just whine and do nothing, you will reach your goal. I think Saudi women are very strong, but they just need to be motivated a little bit. And this is the way we should present ourselves to the rest of the world. We are strong, we're determined, we have ethics, and but we are accomplished at the same time. That does not make us less.
Here is Saudi Arabian athlete Sarah Attar making a little bit of history by running in the Olympic Games.